Arkansas Real Estate Commission Study Guide Review, number 79, and we'll just see how far we get. If a broker tells a lender that the sales price on a property is something above its actual sales price, the C, broker can lose his or her license and be fined and imprisoned by the proper authorities. Okay, so for example, if you're going to be the agent, but your broker is going to be your boss, and if you guys are trying to help your buyer get a loan for a certain price on a house, and say you're asking for an approval letter, then you would say to the bank, you would send them an email or call them, give them your email address and say, I need a pre-approval letter for Jane Doe, and this is the amount that we need it for. They've put an offer on a house for $250,000. And so that pre-approval letter is going to come back with that amount, and then that lender is trusting you that you're telling them the correct amount even before you even get a contract, because a lot of times these sellers are requesting that pre-approval. So this question is saying, if a broker tells a lender that the sales price on a property is something above its actual price, then the broker can lose his or her license and be fined and imprisoned by the proper authorities. Okay. Number 80. A licensee wishes to advise a personally owned condo or advertise a personally owned condo for rent. The licensee may not advertise the condo without B, stating in the advertisement the name of his or her brokerage firm. Just know these questions about advertising, when in doubt, you have to have the name of your brokerage firm in the advertisement. So if you start getting confused and it's like, this makes no sense, default back to the name of the brokerage or firm needs to be in the advertisement. Okay. 81. Salesperson J through H placed the following order with the telephone company, listing my name in the directory under the heading Real Estate as JH, Real Estate Salesperson, Residential Property, my specialty. JH is also required to include, what did we just say a minute ago? The employing broker's firm name. So they've placed an order with a telephone company. So you can't do anything as an agent without stating your broker. Your broker is ultimately the boss. So even when you're talking to someone, introducing yourself, hey, I'm so-and-so salesperson with ABC Realty. Okay, 82. A broker who wishes to place a for sale sign on a listed property must first, A, obtain the written consent of the owner of the property. Yeah, you can't just go slap a for sale sign on a property without getting it in written consent. So you need to have the seller exclusive right to sell contract already signed. Obviously, some things are not so obvious, but 83. When advertising real property, real estate licensees, C, must indicate that the ads were placed in the name of a licensed real estate broker. They are beating this in the ground that you must say who your broker is. So when advertising real property, real estate licensees must indicate that the ads were placed in the name of the licensed real estate broker. I can't tell you how much this is a problem. All right, listings based on a net price are C, unethical in Arkansas at any time. A net price, unethical, and I don't even think they're legal in Arkansas. 85. An elderly couple told the broker that they wanted to sell their house and net $50,000 for the sale. So the broker accepted the listing and sold it for $160,000. He gave $50,000 to the sellers and kept the rest. Which of the following is correct? The broker accepted an unethical net listing. Okay, so they want to bring home a certain amount. It is common and expected that a seller wants a net sheet, but it's not where they can just keep the rest. So I hope that makes sense. The broker accepted an unethical net listing. Okay. In Arkansas, real estate commission rates are always negotiable between the broker and the client. They're calling them the principal. Negotiable between the broker and the principal. Agencies like to have some standards, but really the agent can tell it's, they can agree on a different listing. There are some people that list at 1% to try to be competitive. Some of them are 10%, some of them 6%, some of them 7%. They're all over the place. Number 87, commissions earned by a broker in a real estate transaction are determined by agreement of the broker and his or her principal. So the commissions are an agreement between the broker and her principal, or his. 88, all funds received by a broker on behalf of his or her principal must be deposited in an escrow or trust account within 3 days of obtaining all signatures for the contract. So everything has to happen pretty swiftly. 3 days. All right, 89. A broker delivered $500 cash to ABC Escrow Closing Service per instructions of the buyer and seller. The day of closing, the escrow's closing agent called to tell the broker the $500 was missing. Who's responsible? The principal broker is always responsible for funds delivered in connection with a real estate transaction. So you can't be doing stuff freely from your broker. Your broker is the boss and responsible for all of your movements. 90. A broker received an accepted contract and earnest money deposit. Under Arkansas law, the broker should B, deposit the money in an existing special escrow account in which all earnest monies received from buyers may be held at the same time. So it's always going to go deposited into a special escrow account. Okay. We're not going to put it in your own pocket or anything. If you want to review these, they say open a special separate escrow. No. Immediately into the own broker's personal. No. Hold the earnest money deposit in a secure place in their own office. No. It is deposit it into a special escrow account in which all earnest money received from buyers may be held at the same time. 91. Which of the following is correct if a broker establishes an account to hold money belonging to others? A, all checks, deposit slips, and bank statements must include the word escrow or trust as part of the account name. Yeah. And so when you're an agent, you are not immediately going to be, your broker handles that. You'll take the money, it goes to the broker. I personally haven't touched any deposits. It's almost everything was done over my phone, through my phone, wired with wiring instructions, or checks given directly over to the broker. Okay. All right. That's it for now. Thank you.